The subway goes silent. The subway never sleeps. But today, it sings no more. Where her voice once soared above the screeching steel and the heartbeat of New York, now there's only silence. Alice Tan Ridley, the voice that turned underground, platforms into soul-stirring sanctuaries, has passed away. But how did a subway performer touch millions without a single hit record? This is her story, and it's one you'll never forget. Death Confirmation Plus. Background: Alice Tan Ridley, a powerhouse soul and gospel vocalist who rose from subway platforms to national stages, has died. She passed away on insert confirmed date at the age of insert age, as confirmed by family sources and close friends in the music community. Born and raised in New York City, Alice was more than a singer. She was a symbol of perseverance, faith, and raw, unfiltered talent. The mother of actress Gabourey Sidibe, she spent decades performing underground before the world finally took notice through her 2010 run on America's Got Talent. But for those who knew her sound before the cameras ever rolled, Alice had already won. Because she didn't sing for fame. She sang for the souls who stopped to listen. Public reactions and media response. The moment news of her passing surfaced, fans and admirers flooded the internet with memories. I only knew her from one subway performance I saw back in 2013. One user wrote, but it stayed with me longer than most concerts I've paid for. Clips of her America's Got Talent audition began circulating again, reminding millions of that chilling rendition of At Last that earned her a standing ovation. Even subway riders, ordinary people who shared random moments with her, have been posting stories, photos, and handwritten notes at stations across Harlem and 42nd Street. "She made you cry without asking your permission," said another. That's how deep her voice went. Funeral announcement and family statements. Alice Tan Ridley's funeral will be held on insert date at insert location, with a public celebration of life following shortly after. The family has extended a heartfelt invitation to the public, especially the everyday people who shared a platform, a performance, or a prayer with her over the years. Her daughter, actress Gabourey Sidibe, shared an emotional message. "She was more than my mother. She was my anchor, my soundtrack, my truth. If you ever heard her sing, then you already know. She gave everything she had every time." Multiple gospel choirs are set to perform at the service, recreating the magic Alice once brought to trains and television alike. Fans are expected to gather across the city, some holding candles, some just standing in silence, hoping to hear her voice again. From subway to spotlight, her rise to recognition. For over 30 years, Alice Tan Ridley turned subway stations into sacred spaces. She performed in the underground tunnels of New York City, not as a busker, but as a bearer of beauty. Her voice echoed through 34th Street and Times Square, often bringing busy commuters to tears or a full stop. Then came America's Got Talent. In 2010, the world saw what New Yorkers already knew. This woman wasn't just talented, she was transcendent. Her performance of At Last by Etta James left judges speechless. Even Piers Morgan, who rarely showed emotion, called her voice flawless. And Sharon Osbourne said through tears, "You've lived this song. You didn't just sing it, you delivered it." Alice advanced through the competition, reaching millions in homes across the country. But when the spotlight faded, she didn't chase fame. She returned to what mattered, singing where the people were. The woman behind the voice, family, faith, and fight Alice, was a single mother who raised her children with strength, love, and a never-quit attitude. Her daughter Gabourey once said, "My mom sang in subways so I could eat and go to school. And even when people weren't clapping, she kept going. Because singing wasn't a job to her, it was breath. That same breath, the one that carried gospel hymns and love ballads, never left her, not even in her later years. She never let go of who she was, even when she was on national TV, even when strangers called her a star. Because for Alice, singing wasn't performance, it was purpose. The voice that couldn't be forgotten. What made Alice's voice unforgettable wasn't just power, it was presence. Every note carried struggle, survival, and something sacred. She sang like someone who had lost and found herself 100 times, like someone who knew what it meant to cry and what it meant to heal. Whether it was, "I Will Always Love You," "Amazing Grace," or her own gospel-infused improvisations, Alice didn't imitate, she testified. One music critic once wrote, "Alice doesn't sing songs, she exhales truth, and you feel it, like a prayer with no words." And that's exactly what she was, a living, breathing prayer. Subway Diaries, a memory etched in sound, they still talk about it, that cold November night at 42nd Street, rush hour. Noise everywhere. But as one train pulled away, something magical happened. Alice began singing, "His Eye is on the Sparrow," and the station stilled. A tired nurse dropped her bag and just listened. A businessman missed his train on purpose. A 6-year-old girl whispered to her mother, "Is that an angel? Maybe she was, or maybe she was just a woman who understood exactly what the world needed at that moment." Her voice wasn't entertainment, it was medicine. Fan memory wall, their words, her echo thousands are sharing their memories now. Some long, some just a sentence, but each one? A legacy. She made me cry between subway stops. I didn't even know her name until today. She's the only reason I ever looked forward to the A train. She didn't need a mic. Her voice was loud enough to reach your soul. These aren't fan comments. They're love letters. A legacy shared. Mother and daughter Gabourey. Sidibe, now a household name in film and television, has always credited her mother with teaching her the most important lessons. Not just about artistry, but about authenticity. My mom was fearless. She didn't wait for a record deal to sing. She didn't need one. Their story, mother and daughter rising from Harlem's working class to the world stage, has inspired millions. But even more than her fame, Gabby holds tight to her mother's unshakable belief in faith, voice, and purpose. And now that belief carries on. The spiritual weight of goodbye. Losing someone like Alice Tan Ridley doesn't just leave an absence, it leaves a void, in sound, in space, and in spirit. Because she wasn't just another voice, she was our reminder that beauty exists in the most unexpected places. Even beneath the city. Her passing is not just a death, it's the silence that follows thunder. But as her daughter said, and as millions of fans feel, we didn't just lose a singer, we lost a source of light. So now we pause, not just in mourning, but in reverence. Alice Tan Ridley gave us more than music. She gave us moments where we forgot the noise and just felt. And as we say goodbye to this remarkable woman, let us carry her spirit forward. Not just in memory, but in every song we hear, every emotion we allow, and every gift we refuse to bury. And maybe, just maybe, we can close with the words she loved most. I sing because I'm happy. I sing because I'm free. His eye is on the sparrow, and I know he watches me. He's watching now, Alice. And we are too. Sleep in sound. Your echo will never fade. What's your memory of Alice Tan Ridley? Did you ever hear her voice live? Or feel something shift in your heart the first time you saw her online? Share it in the comments, and let's make sure her voice continues to rise long after the music stops.